Still Crazy Chris asks, when you put Q&As out like yourself, you are going to get some very weird cues. And I hear I'm here to tell you there are some very more than you weird people in this old world. So here you go. How hot is it there? Well, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's very hot over here, extremely hot. I am sweating right now. I mean, I have the vent shut down so it's not squeak 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 squeak. So I'm suffering over here for you people. I'm suffering. Right? This is hard work. I need coffee to cool me down. No, that's a bad idea. What am I thinking? I need something more cooler. But it is hot. Sock Ninja asks or says, Boa tarde, Lewis. Boa tarde. The red pill or the blue pill? Sock Ninja? I have no idea what that means. Maybe I'm missing something we talked about. At this moment, I don't remember. Sorry. Survivor Van. LOL. That's all he has. Alrighty then. Maxi Doodle asks, I would love to hear about your faith journey. Also, your accent is lovely, and I've been trying to place it, but I haven't been able to. Also, in the same question, Irene V asks, I would like mostly to know how and when you became a Christian, the events that led to you believing Jesus as your Savior, and to walk by faith. Skibby Dog asks also, I also would love to hear about your faith journey. Let's talk about my accent first. I have an accent? I didn't know that. Thanks for pointing that out. Darn it. No, just kidding. I was born in Portugal. And I came to the US when I was 17 years old, and I've never been back. So I've been here 30 plus years. So never been back. This is my home. I'm an American. This is where I live. But I've never lost the accent because I was 17 when I came, and it was hard for me to do that. But now, on the plus side, I have two accents. Now I have an accent when I speak in English, and I have an accent when I speak in Portuguese. So I just can't win. As far as my faith, I became a Christian at a very young age. My grandmother. So like I said, I originate from Portugal, and Portugal is mostly a Catholic country. My grandmother was not, from my mother's side, was not a Catholic. At some point, she became a Bible-believing Christian. Not saying that many Catholics are not Bible-believing Christians. I'm just saying there's a difference between a Catholic and an evangelical, a true Bible-believing. So again, I'm not trying to divide. If you are a Catholic, I'm not dividing you. I'm not throwing you out. I'm not spitting you and throwing you out. I'm just saying there is a difference. And one of the difference, I'll from my personal experience, as a young boy going to Catholic church, without anybody telling me anything about the Catholic Church, I felt very uncomfortable sitting in it. I felt something within me felt very uncomfortable sitting there and looking at all those statues in there. I felt uncomfortable looking at a statue of a crucified person on a cross. I felt uncomfortable with all that glitter and gold. I felt uncomfortable with all that without anybody telling me why. and then at a young age, going to Sunday school. I remember there was to be a van, kind of like mine. I think it was white too, going around picking up kids from different towns and taking them. We go to a different town because there was all small towns, and we go to a Bible class, like on a Sunday school class. So in there, one day I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior, something that I had never heard from the Catholic Church saying that. So I became a believer at a young age, and I've been a believer all this time. I mean, I'm not perfect. I am far from being perfect. But then again, God does not call people who are perfect to come to Him. He calls those who are imperfect. All we have to do is look at the first believers, the disciples that Jesus had, or in Hebrew, Yeshua. The disciples that Yeshua had, they're all imperfect people. They're all sinners. They're all, many of them, terrible people. But yet, when the Maker of the heavens and the earth stood before them and said, "Follow me," these people heard the Creator of the universe speak to them, and they were moved to the point where they followed Him. And not only they followed Him, they died for Him. They died for what they knew was the truth. They followed this man for 3 years, maybe over 3 years, and they saw with their own eyes. Yet when he was killed, or when he died, because he took his own life. He, not that he killed himself, but he willingly gave up his own life. When that happened, they all ran away. Peter, Cephas in Hebrew, Shimon Cephas, Simon Peter denied him 3 times. So these people were, afraid, and but when they saw the resurrected Savior, they were, they like, this is God in flesh, and they followed the Messiah to the point of death. So my faith has been one that I am not perfect. I'll never be perfect. I'll always commit. I'll make mistakes, but my faith will not waver, because there's nothing else without the belief that we have salvation in the blood of the Messiah, the sacrificial lamb that died for us. Without that, there's nothing else. Everything is nothingness. You die and that's it. But my faith says that no, you die, and the minute you die, the second you die, there's 2 choices, and you either are going to be with God or you're not. We make our own choices. We are given the ability to choose, and we choose if we want to. That's the free will that we have. So I've been a Christian, and my faith will not waver. I'm not perfect, like I said, and that's another thing. We should not look at people and put our faith on people, because people will fall. If we put our faith on this particular person, on this particular pastor or preacher or whatever, and that person falls, our faith could shatter, and we no longer say that we believe what we once believed. But we shouldn't put our faith in people. We shouldn't put our faith in things. I put my faith in God. I put my faith on the Son of God. I put my faith on God himself incarnate in the flesh, who died for me, who took my sins upon the cross. And that's who I believe in. That's who I put my faith in. And even though I'm not perfect and I fall on my face and I try to get up again many times, my faith will not waver. I believe what I believe, and it will not waver one bit.